today. Dory's not going to be on, but I just want to go through some ideas you guys are having or have tried so far and what kind of results you're getting. Anyone this week? Ron? Drew?
Not this week.
Okay.
I want to get into that.
Dave, can you make the screens?
Can I what?
Can you make the screen
Bigger?
instead of sharing a blank screen? Can we have it so that we can see everybody in the middle?
I know. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to.
You might be just on screen share right now because there's nothing to display. But anyway, it doesn't matter. I will. I'll be the first to start, okay. And I'll be the first to admit that I am a bit of a procrastinator until I get all my ducks in a row. And I think I have everything set up very much focused to the salons on that list.
Okay.
And with the idea of sending them a very quick phone message so that they're expecting the package. And then I've redone the insert to include what I had read off yesterday or last week, where they have that choice. I hadn't really put that in the insert, but and I sent you both of those, I think, David, in my little phone script. Very, very simple, just to let them know I'm sending them a package. And okay, run full screen. Oh no.
No, or blank full screen.
And yeah. So I think Monday I have to actually start doing my phone calls, or maybe later this afternoon, depends. They're usually pretty busy on a Saturday, salons are, but my message is short, so I can read it to you if you're interested.
Why don't you do that, Debbie? That'd be great.
Okay, so this is phoning somebody who I've never talked to before, a salon from the list. It says, "Hi, this is Debbie Ward calling. I'm a holistic practitioner in Barhead. I'm sure you're busy right now that you're open again." Underlined, I want to put some emphasis on that. So I'll just take a moment of your time. I have a little gift for your salon, and I'm just calling to get the name of the owner or salon manager so I can direct the gift to the person in charge. That way she can be watching for it to arrive in the mail. Would that be okay? Perfect. Just to confirm your mailing address, I have blank, blank, blank. Is this correct? Great. And can you just mention too, owner's name, to watch for a little package in the mail for me in the next few days, please. Wonderful. Thank you so much for your time. Good.
That's
Hopefully
good.
it's short enough. Oh, hi, Susan.
Hi, how are you?
Can hear you, see you.
Long time no talk.
Yeah, for sure. And then I sent you the copy of my little, well, you won't be able to see it on here, but
yeah,
it's similar to what I had before with the graphics. I just took off some of my extra links on the bottom, as much as that killed me to do. I needed the room. So now I just have my email and phone numbers at the bottom instead of links to... Yes, that's what I sent you. I think I sent you 2 attachments yesterday, you and Dave, in the same email.
Okay.
And one was this little phone script that I just read. And the other one was this attachment that sort of combines what I read last week that I was going to put in an email. But now that I'm going to be giving them a call and just popping a sample in the mail, I had to kind of conjoin those two. So I think I'm down to my final material, so we got to start putting it into action now.
I'm almost there, Debbie.
Yeah, you're doing well. You've been busier than me today. Ah, good. Yes, and I made the labels too for the little packages. I'll grab one here.
Yeah, I got my labels done also. I put my.
Good. I put them on the back, and Susan had a really good point. There's a QR code on the back,
yep.
But it doesn't necessarily go to us. It just goes to the company. So we decided covering that up might be not a bad idea.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's an issue, but one of the things, I just want to tell you, the company, Valentis, had an increase in business last month, $1.9 million from this sample program. So whatever. Wow. Yes, this is working. This is working no matter what. What we're doing here, this program, what we're doing here, I think can even enhance some of those successes that these other people are getting just sending out samples. We're targeting as a market here, but they had an increase of 1.9 million, and that was specifically around the sampling program.
Holy cow, and that was in the last month?
Yes, powerful.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And they can track what it's from then. They can decide, they know if it's from the sampling program or from people ordering from that.
Yeah, indeed.
I wonder how they can
ordering more samples. I mean, it's amazing. So.
Oh, okay, yeah, just from sample orders.
Have they been doing Facebook ads or what?
I have no idea.
Okay.
But I'm sure they're doing everything. We're the only ones that are doing this Salon program right now, but maybe I have a couple phone numbers I'll give you guys. You can probably call them.
Yeah, I'd love to.
Phone numbers of the two ladies that are really working this and doing really well. I'll email that over to you.
Okay, you're going to email them to us. Okay, perfect.
Just text me if you want them. If not, I won't send them out.
Is that Karen Ford?
No, it's Amy. John Horenza gave me these phone numbers, so
okay.
I'll have to find it. But he sent some phone numbers over to me. The ladies are really spearheading this.
Good. Here's something that I noticed in our back office. So we have that link to the Val Tribe fishing tournament. It doesn't go. It does. I can't get into it.
I can't either.
And that was one of the. I think I put that on my list of feedback because Rick invited us to that group, but you can't get in. And if you do a search for that group, it doesn't exist. So it must either be secret or. Because private ones usually show up, but secret ones don't. So maybe we have to have a personal invitation from someone in the group.
I know.
Because I would love to be in that group and brainstorm, and then we could ask these gals what they're doing.
Well, I called John. I talked to John Horenza. He sent me a CGI of it, and Drew and I were talking about it, and I couldn't get in. And I don't know if Drew ever found it, but I don't. Drew, are you on? Drew, are you on?
Somebody's missing here.
I see you on, but I will get a hold of John and find out the specifics because
yeah, we're missing out a lot of good brainstorming, I think.
I have a question for you. How much of it is repeat business versus first-time business? Do we know?
No, we don't. We don't.
So I would like to add, when I tell people how to use this, I used a little coconut oil the other day, right under my eyes before I did it, and I got a better result. So I'm thinking that...
Ron's trick.
Yes, well, and I use it, Ron, I have it on my counter. I use it at times on my skin. I used other things too, but I'm really thinking, and Diane said she was having trouble with it as well. And she said, I'm playing with some different things of how, and mixing it. And I'm thinking, okay, well, that's not good. We're going to be telling people to mix. But I think the idea of saying to somebody, hey, one of the great ways to get the best results with this when you send them information is if they put a little bit of coconut oil or a lot of, nice moisture under before. Like if I do here in my crease, which is really quite pronounced, for me doing this, squinting all the time, that ends up caking. And so I'm wanting to create some sort of a piece to ensure best results.
Yeah.
And so I'm wondering what people have experienced there. That was the reason for me to bring it up.
Well, I talked to Amy, one of the gals that is under John, and she told me, she said, You put it on top of your makeup, on top of moist makeup, moisture. You put it on top of that, and she said it works like a charm. That's what they're telling everyone. And you can call them, the ladies. I'll get you the phone numbers. You can call them direct. But that's directly from her. So.
Yeah. Mary
Mary
Beth Yeager put out a thing when we first got the product. She had a file, but I don't know if I have it or not, but she had, directions exactly like that.
Yeah.
And I may have it. I'll have to do some digging and look for it.
Okay.
Yeah, I just think that that's going to be important, and we may want to include that when you send that information to the stylist, because that could ensure we need to ensure a good result.
I see 22 fingers up.
Yes, I just want to make a comment. I was just talking with Sandy a couple minutes ago, and she said she's had the best luck with it, putting it on over ageless. So.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, she puts moisturizer first and then ageless, and then puts that on. She goes, it was amazing. Worked great.
Yeah.
I think with coconut oil, my feeling is that it would probably be, coconut oil is so liquefied when it gets in contact with heat, it probably would not affect it at all.
No.
I think the serum would go over the coconut oil well.
Yeah, they're saying it works better with the moisturizer, so.
It's all starting to sound like it's too much work.
Yeah.
Our simple program is becoming very complicated.
Well,
I want to be a
the last
gentleman.
thing we want is to have them go and have a cake. Go ahead, sorry.
What, Ron?
I said, I want to be on Gentleman's Quarterly when I'm 80 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll arrange that, Ron.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
It could be a fake compliment.
There we are.
Oh, there you go, Dave.
There you go.
Now we're
I
big.
figured it out. Sorry.
Did it happen off, Dave?
Just some thoughts, not Debbie, but Susan and I were talking about, I bought some leads from Valtribe, and I got quite a few. And now I'm going to go back, and Susan put together an audio, which was really good, that I'm going to post that audio onto all these leads I have with a short little message for them then to go click for our campaign.
In a text, right?
Text, yeah, and in a text, yeah.
Hey, Dave, I got to redo that for you, though. We got to do it right, but I'll do another one for you.
I thought the first one
That one you have, I don't think is, pardon?
I thought the first one you did was pretty good.
Susan and I
might
are
have
kind of
refined
in
some.
between. Susan and I keep having to perfect things until.
So, Ron, I got you the leads. Did you look at some of those leads on the sheet I sent you?
Yeah, I got the first one. You were going to redo another one?
I did. I didn't send it to you?
No, not the second batch.
I'll send it over.
First one doesn't have a lot, but yeah, what I'm going to probably do for starters is just kind of pick some that I can find right locally here and just play with it.
Okay.
And I'm thinking what Debbie's put together too, and I really like that one pager that you had, or you could put it like in an email format. I just found it today and sent it like a week or two ago.
Right.
So, anyway, I changed that and modified it a little bit. It looks pretty good, and Donna thought it read pretty well as well. So I think I'm going to take that and make a phone call and send it out.
Okay. Yeah, I like it. But I'm starting, I got all my lists set, and we're going to, I'm doing my mailers. I got my envelopes and all of my stamps and everything. I'm going to start sending stuff out today.
That's what I haven't got yet, is my pretty envelopes. Unless I do a little bit of artwork on a white one, I could do that too, but that's a little labor intensive.
Yeah.
What kind of envelopes did you get, Dave?
I got some colored envelopes, some, I got purple, not purple, but violet. Yeah. So.
Something that stands out a little, huh?
What'd you say?
Something that stands out apparently
Yeah,
a little bit better than a white one.
I was trying to find orange envelopes, so I couldn't find any orange envelopes.
I think it's good that you didn't get an orange one.
Why? I'm just teasing. I wouldn't
Violet,
get orange, but
okay.
the violet was.
Colors are important, and people don't realize how important they are. And you want classy when you send it to these guys, not cheesy.
Right.
And when you go, sometimes these bright colors, it could work depending on what the rest of your materials look like.
Yeah.
You know, if you've got a good theme going. But if you look at what we have with the Valentis that you're putting in there, and you look at the color scheme, etc., I'm in a tendency to want a gold envelope or something in my green that matches like the back of my website stuff I have, Dave. I might go there or in that blue.
Okay.
One of those three, because you don't want to go too crazy. I don't know. That's just my opinion.
If you got an envelope that was your tan, beige, violet, wouldn't you open it first before a white envelope?
Yeah. Or even one that's not standard size, like even if it was more square, and you can get some really pretty stickers. I mean, if all you can get is white envelopes, get ones that are not normal size, and then get a pretty flower metallic sticker to go up in the corner. You know, anything to get their attention. But I think a handwritten envelope that's not typical size is going to get their attention no matter what color. You know, so I think it's a little flexible that way.
Yeah, I agree with you, Debbie, of getting a different size. That's where I'm going to go, is doing a different size. Dave, did you get envelope size or did you get something else?
I got envelope size, but I have some old white square ones, but I don't want to use white. But I like that idea, Debbie. I'm going to go find those. Maybe, I don't know, Staples has stuff like that, or you have to get it online like...
No, a dollar store. A dollar store has a craft section. There's all kinds of those kinds of things in there.
Okay, great.
Did you find envelopes there, Debbie, or just you're talking stickers?
No, I've had just stickers that I've had for a while. I haven't looked for envelopes yet. I have to still do that.
I do too.
So last week, I think I told you, but I talked to my hairstylist, and she said the industry is really hurting, really hurting. And when I said what we're doing with retail with this, she said, I'm all about retail. I love this. And so...
that's awesome.
Yeah, I know. And anything that will create more income for these people. And Dave and I were looking at, I sent out a list in Reno for, and Dave, didn't we see their income on that contract? We saw the income, like 17,000, 30,000. I mean,
Yeah, but 30,000 for two people, not just one.
I know, they're hurting. So,
But you have to realize that stylists don't really care as much about income as we think they do. They're more interested in how the person looks when they walk out of there than how much income they're making. Because if they were interested in making a lot of money, they'd do it a lot differently.
I would agree and disagree. When you may have a salon owner, they care.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
but if you
the
get
stylists might not, but the owners do.
the big salons, they're interested in selling the products that they've got on their shelf behind their people that are working, because they got better margins on that, and people will ask about there. A lot of those salon stylists are not salespeople at all, but they got people that, people will ask about, or they might ask them if they need anything, and they've got it on their shelf behind there, but they're not likely to spend a lot of time working on, my personal opinion, they're not going to spend a lot of time working on trying to explain instant use to people. But
Well, the thing is, if they're just delivering, if they just get out the, you're going to find that a lot of them aren't salespeople. But again, we're not always looking for everybody.
No.
We always know that you're going to find in a salon of 10 gals, there's one in there that's your retailer. Every salon has somebody within the group, and it may just be the owner in many cases, who actually does sell a fair amount of retail. You're going to find pockets of it. And again, it's numbers. It's always numbers. And I think one of the things, Dave, and I'm going to throw something out here. I've been in some of these hairstylist groups on the web, and they're like, oh, I would never send you that network marketing stuff. So you get a little bit of that in those groups. And I think one of the things that's very important here when we go out, send all this stuff out, is that somewhere in our communication is that we're talking about a full turnkey system in addition, like that includes this, as opposed to the sampling program is your answer. Because if they feel that, oh, you're just repackaging a network marketing situation, right? You're going to have some people have a negative to that. So I think our language around like a full, because Dory gave us some really, really good stuff regarding the consulting. Yep. So I want to even put in some material somewhere, and I haven't figured this piece out yet. Working with an international group where our leader of the pack, that's not what I'm going to say, but basically the leader of the pack has done consulting in the salon industry and has had great success with a number of, what's the word I'm looking for? A number of things. I want them to understand this is a program beyond just the sampling. And I think in the language that we're sending out, that will help soften. And if there's a negative component that I think we need to emphasize that. That's just my personal take. When these guys get this in the mail, they need to feel like there's more to it than just that they're getting something else.
So Susan and Debbie and everyone, are you saying that we need to put maybe some type of qualifying message in the email or not?
I would put it in the thing that Debbie's sending out. I'm going to look at what you have, Debbie. And I think I'm going to reconfigure. And one of the things that I think is, who offers them free consulting? Network marketers contact them all the time, right?
Yeah.
So we want to position ourselves differently. We want to come across as more professional, not all about network marketing,
right?
Because you're going to hit a block with a lot of them for that reason. We need to address that block in a soft way to move around it. That's my personal opinion. I think that we will have a great deal more success in our program if we do that. That is it's just my personal take.
I think that I heard the term that I wanted to use is instead of using network marketing, that you can't, or MLM anymore. That's not going to work. You got to use attractive marketing, something that you're attracting people, or relationship marketing. Network marketing is an old term, and it's a term that's no good anymore. It's not going to bring. I wouldn't
use that term in there anyway, but I'm saying when they see it, they've been hit up before. Most of these people have been hit up before, okay? Whether it be the oils groups, whether it be, somebody selling makeup, somebody selling some kind of skin cream, whatever. Most of these salon gals have all been hit up more than once, more than twice in their career. So we need to come at this and same thing with salon owners. They've all heard of this a million times. So how do we position ourselves as different or a bit? I want to create that curiosity around this whole total turnkey program that we're offering them, because we're going to come in with Dory's great ideas, right? Listen, you could do a reopening, and I think this would really help you. They've seen this in the past. Here's how it's worked, blah, 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 blah. And I think we need to start off with something that alludes to that. There's more to this, guys. This is just a piece of the puzzle. Just my take.
Debbie.
As far as the retailing, if you get back to that, they have the option with this of carrying inventory on their shelf, which might be a stretch to have to fill their shelves, but you're offering also the opportunity for them not to have to do that. They could put a couple on their shelf. I'm not sure if there's any restrictions to retail sales for Canada, if it's a not for resale product. I'm not sure. In the States, I don't know either, actually, but the opportunity for them to not have to carry inventory, but still promote this to their clients. Just go to, here's my link, you can go and order this at wholesale, or I can sell you a jar here at retail. So that kind of takes the edge off them not wanting the stigma of the networking, because it's a matter of a price to their customer, and that makes it sound a whole lot nicer.
So I got a question for you gals, because you go to the salons. When you're sitting in a salon and a stylist says, talks about this instant youth and said, would you like to try it? And then you'd say, yes, I'd like to try it. Would they apply that now? And then if they say, yeah, this is really amazing. I've only been here a few minutes. My hair is done now. My face looks amazing. Can I buy some right now, a whole thing? So they've tried the instant youth sample, but now they've got to have it on the shelf to sell it retail.
Yeah, so, but there's also you can go home, have a look at more information about this, and order it direct if you don't need it tomorrow.
From me, the salon owner, yes.
Yeah.
Or your
At
stylist,
wholesale.
whichever.
You mentioned to a customer wholesale as opposed to retail, that's going to be a big incentive.
Here's one thing, is that if they're,
don't tell you, yeah.
I was going to say, if they're a hairstylist, I'm not sure that they can legally apply this, can they? Or their customer has to apply it
As long as you have permission.
Your esthetician.
I mean, what's stopping them?
Well, if you
They're not an esthetician though, Dave, they're not.
If you go to Macy's in the States
Yeah, but
here,
if I'm giving them permission.
That's true. Yeah,
all these people
okay.
at Macy's, they're sitting in these makeup
You're
areas,
right.
and they're applying
You're
stuff
right.
everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So not a
You're
problem.
right.
Let them,
Okay.
In fact, I know that because I went to a mall for the first time in a year about a week ago.
Yeah, I didn't even think of that, but you're right, Ron. I was just going back to,
Ron, you went where?
To a mall.
Oh, yeah.
Remember what they
You
used to
rebel,
call
you.
it used to be a place where people congregated safely and without masks?
Remember those?
I took my DeLorean there. It got me back.
I thought Gretchen was going to stop you.
No.
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, we'll talk about that one later.
So I was thinking, I just had a brainstorm here, that the lady I go to, she's in her office in a solo salon with another lady in her little office. It's pretty good size. They have two little offices, and they do the hair. I was even thinking about inviting those two out for breakfast and just sitting down with them and explain the program to them.
Good idea.
Before they start.
Who would turn down breakfast with you?
But just a thought.
Well, I'm going to have my stylist come Monday morning at 9:30, and she's going to trim a bunch of this off, and Donna's too. And that's a perfect time for an hour's worth of conversation. She's in the business. She's a member. She's a member of the company already. She got Emulin a year and a half ago already, and then she kind of went away for a little bit. And after I tried the Instant Youth on, she got impressed. I gave her a sample. It wasn't big enough sample to find out, so she ordered a full jar, and that was maybe about a month ago. So I'll get an update Monday and see what happens.
Okay, good, wonderful.
hey, Dave,
And her two daughters are both salon workers as well.
Hey, Wayne, yes.
I was going to say, if you're going to take those two gals out to breakfast, you better take Lisa with you so you don't end up like Como.
Oh, man.
Okay,
Guys from prison.
Yeah.
Anything else?
So anyway, I think I'm going to I'll share with you guys when I'm done kind of reworking that a little bit. I've been thinking about that, going, I want to position this as a consultative opportunity for them.
Okay, yep.
You know, guys, we know it's been tough. We'd really like to come in and share some ideas with you on how to really to increase your revenues.
But when Jeannie, my hair stylist, told me, she said she's all about retail, that just went ding, 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 ding.
Well, Dave, you hit the jackpot with her because she fits the profile that we want. Okay, your average stylist does not. And Dave Severson, you're right. They don't. The average salon person does not like to sell. The average one. But you hit a bingo of the person that you have.
Yeah.
And so we're hunting for the gal that you have.
Okay.
But I think there's, because she doesn't think about necessarily, is it her salon?
Well, it's her and this other lady salon, and they promote really natural health care. They have a whole line of shampoos and
Yeah, you hit business owner types.
Italy,
Yeah.
from Italy. Really nice stuff. And this comes from their farms in Italy, and they have really nice stuff, and and they have in the back of where they cut my hair, there's a whole wall of stuff. So
Well, what you did is you hit a couple of business people, not just the stylist. And so that's the whole thing. If you hit, I think going to stylist, yeah, you can find them. But I think the key is if we hit the business owner and then the one that's, really into doing that in the salon, great. And if they're not, they may watch one do it and then get interested when somebody else starts blowing it out the door. That's, again, the whole.
But if you have a stylist that just works for a owner, I mean, a simple question is, how would you like to earn a little extra money from all your clients?
The side business for us.
I mean,
Exactly.
I can't imagine them not saying yes.
Well, what I think you're going to find is it that network marketing thing. You're going to see a lot of them say that.
Well,
And that's why I'm saying going in from that other angle to address that right out of the gate might be smart.
I would say, yes, it is network marketing, but you don't have to work the downline. You can get just residual income, just like a commission, like you would with anything else. You don't have to work it.
Or offer to do it for them.
Yeah, do it
Did
for
you-
them.
Did anybody watch the webinar from Valentis before this?
No.
Yes.
Yeah, it needed a translator.
Well, she was hard to understand, but I didn't. But what I got out of that, she had an organized program on how to market to people. She had videos and testimonials that went out on a regular basis. And so she didn't just expect somebody to just jump in on her first contact. So she had explanations of various, I don't know about products, but she had the compensation plan and that. And that's what you need is you need a program that instead of doing 100 people a day, you need a organized program with different types of educational type videos that talk about not network marketing, but relations or attractive marketing. And we need to have it. So even though we go to that stylist because we're trying to get her to take a sample, we haven't built any relationship with that person. And that doesn't work. Like I say, I've done this a long time, and I've used to, if you don't call, you talk to people at least 7 to 10 times, a lot of times before you even get an order. And this is no different. This is not, but you got to show them, this is a little different than what I did, but you got to show them what, different options so that they can see there's the potential. They're just looking at the, instant youth. They're not going to be excited, but they might get excited about something else that you've got that fits them personally. Yeah, you don't know what the salon owner, what her health issues are. They might not have
Sore shoulders.
Yeah, well, so there's an ambulant come along, and that's what.
Yeah.
And what we're talking about too often is just trying to send them a sample and hoping that they're going to jump at it. It's not going to happen.
Well, Dave, I think there's an element here, though, is they are sending samples and they are getting responses. So at the end of the day, they're already proven that sending samples in general is working. So I think that is more potentially for the consumer than it might be necessarily for a salon owner, which is why I go back to, we need to set up, and here's something Debbie and I talked about, or Dave, you and I talked about, is getting Dory. Dory does such a great job, but dress him up and get him to do a Zoom kind of thing where, well, you know, none of us want to be in a t-shirt if we're doing this, so dress him up. You can tell him I said that. Okay, Dory, if you're listening, we're going to dress you up and do your hair, buddy. No baseball cap. So get him to do a video, a Zoom that we could share with him talking about the types of things that they've done with the salons. Might be a follow-up piece. So we might want to push on Dory to say, here's what, you know, let's either we have it in an interview style. I think that could work, Dave, in an interview style of, Dory, tell us a little bit about, you know, blah, blah, blah. And then how did you get this working to a greater level? How did you, you know, and come up with something? And if we had that to use as a backup to what we're doing, I think that'd make a big difference.
Debbie, you're sitting.
Oh, this is going back to something that we've kind of gone over already or gone past. But when you think about these individual stylists that don't own a salon, but they have a chair, they will often have their own retail line. And so it's what they use on their client. And they'll say, oh, I like what that did. You know, what is that you used? Oh, it's over here. So, you know, same scenario. If they, you know, have the opportunity to put the instant youth on the client, and they go, oh yeah. So that's where, definitely some stylists do have their own retail product aside from the owner's product. Like every stylist sort of will have on the shelf, the main entrance shelf, their particular products. And if that gets sold, the income goes to that stylist. But if they're using the product on the person, they will often, have their own product to retail to their clients. So
I want to get a little OCD here.
Oh no.
Oh no. Okay, let's get down to specifics. Debbie and Susan, you mentioned some things about the color of the envelopes, and let's get just real quick the specifics. What color of envelopes does everyone think that would be best to send out?
I would go for pink first off.
I'm going to go within my branding colors, which is different, so you don't have to listen to me.
Okay, we won't listen to you. Oh, pink or some type of soft color,
well,
right?
Pink or pastel, something pastel, yeah. Oh, that's nice. Woo.
That's a napkin.
Oh, yeah,
that's cool.
Around, let me see.
It's a napkin.
Oh, yeah.
See, I like the blue that's in there. That works with my colors, is that blue.
So inside the letter, the letter we're going to send with the sample, what specific things are we all going to send that is most conducive to getting them to?
Let me bring up one other thing. Given what the Valentis colors are, guys, I'd go peach. I'd go peach pastel.
Mm-hmm.
That is continuity there. That makes sense. It looks more professional.
I know, you're right. You're right. Okay.
Yep.
I put a video, a demo, so they can watch that, because I said I put on the top of mine, I don't know if you can see it, here's your gift, enjoy, but watch a demo first, and then I just put a bit.ly link that I created so that it's not a big, long, complicated YouTube link, because it's not clickable, it's on a piece of paper, so it's something they have to be able to type in easily. Because then that's first off, okay, here it is working. This is how you do it. And it gives them an idea then how to put it on. So that's definitely something I put on in mine.
Okay, Debbie, where'd you get that?
If I can type in, where's the chat thing in here?
I have no idea.
Or if you just want to write this down, it's from YouTube. But what I did was I created a bit.ly link because it was shorter. And if you guys want to use the same link, it doesn't take them to me or anything. It just takes them to the video. So
It technically takes them to somebody else, though. It's the only thing I don't.
No, it's just a YouTube video. I don't think so. I'd have to check, but it's.
Okay.
I think they're going to focus in on the video. But anyway, if you want to have a look at it and see, it's www.bit.ly and then / instant use demo, but the I, the Y, and the D have to be capitalized. With bit.ly, you can't get away with changing the capital or not capital.
The I is capitalized instant?
Instant use demo is all together, all like one word, but the I, the Y, and the D.
Can you see it?
What's that?
It's blurry.
Okay, I got it. I got it. Demo. Okay, I got it. Okay, perfect. So you put that on. Perfect. We got it. So we put that in the letter you're sending, and is everyone in agreement with that? Is that?
I'm going to walk in the door with these if I'm walking in the door, but then I'm going to say, I'd like to send you a link, and then in the link, then they're going to be able to click on that.
Okay.
Yeah, that works too. I found that the insert that you're putting out, I've basically had to create 3 already, because there's some that you're handing out in person.
Yep.
There's some that you've phoned and said, expect this. And then there are some that you're sending with the sample that someone who has gone through the funnel. So the wording has to be a little different on all of them. That's why I had to keep recreating this for different scenarios. So now I've got a bundle of 3 different inserts depending on the situation, because the wording is going to be different. I'm not going to send somebody a link to get, 2 free samples if I'm sending them the samples, right? But here's how I incorporated that. I just put, salons have taken an income hit this year. Many are seeing a 30% conversion to new customers by simply sharing a sample. Here's what it looks like. So I've told them that there's a program, and here's what it looks like. Then simple sample program is the basic one, and then or one for you and one for a client, a fellow stylist, or a potential customer. And that's the Save the Salon link.
Yep.
But again, that wording has to be slightly different if they're not a salon, for sure.
Yep.
Or,
So did you do 3 different ones then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course you did.
Yep. Okay, very good.
I did.
Yep.
And I took your guys' advice, and I took out all my extra stuff on the bottom. I so wanted to leave in my question, pain or inflammation, question mark, and then the Emulin link, because I want people to have that option to see that right away, but it didn't fit.
I think that's a good thing to keep in. I'm gonna keep that in there because I know my style. If she's getting the reason she brought him in.
Oh, I know.
You're killing her, and she's only 60.
You know what? That brings me to just an idea flash. You might say, make some sort of comment, could be kind of cutesy even, of, and if you're getting those achy feet or achy shoulders, here's something that might be great for you. You know what I mean? Kind of a thing.
Yeah.
You could sort of tuck that in at the bottom.
Yeah. I love it.
That might, I don't know, I'd have to word, but that's, yeah. Yeah, and there's many other things we can share. This is the tip of the iceberg, basically, is what we want them to believe.
Did you have your coffee this morning, Susan? We're so fortunate, with the hard work that Dory's done with us and what Rick Cotton has done and allow us to do this funnel program for 49, 47, I don't know what it is, but it's absolutely amazing. And so we have something in our hands that we can really run with, and we just had to fine tune it, And
Yeah.
that's what this,
And if you can get us into the Facebook group, if you can find out how we can get into that fishing tournament group, then, I mean, some of these ideas we can share with people. We don't just, not the specific salon stuff, but just some of the things we're doing. We've got good ideas too.
Yeah.
Nobody else hears them, that's all.
Yeah.
Dory said that they were making
so-
some changes in the Bell Tribe. Dory said last week they were making changes in the Bell Tribe
They
program.
are.
Did you hear anything about that?
Rick Cotton is doing it right now, and I'm going to close on this. Valentis has gotten some exciting news just happened. Amulin has been accepted in the sports performance program. It's called BC something. I have to talk.
Yeah. I
BSG.
posted it in my group.
BSG, I think it is.
Yeah, it is phenomenal. It's very,
Yes,
very, very
awesome.
difficult to get that.
bscg.org.
Yeah, that is powerful. We have something that every athlete can use now without being afraid that they're going to be judged or going to be thrown out of the competition. So
Well, it's good. It's good to have that too, because when you're talking to somebody that's probably not an athlete, but you can talk about that this has been approved for professional athletes.
Yes.
And
That's a big deal.
Athletes, they're going to feel a lot more comfortable about, well, if those guys are using it, I probably should take a look at it.
plus, it's going to be labeled kosher, and that's been being approved. And I think it's not.
And you know, the interesting thing, Dave, okay, this is good. What we can tell the salons is we got something else coming right behind it that is going to be phenomenal. That's been actual certification in the sports world, etc. Blah, blah, blah. We got something else for you right behind it. Want to get you up and running on this, but we're going to hit you right behind it with another program.
Do you guys have sports clips out there wherever you guys live?
Have what?
Did you have a
Sports
salon?
clips.
Everywhere.
Sports clips?
The barber shop.
It's a barber shop, but it's called Sports Clips.
Yeah, I think I've seen that name.
Okay, down here in Southern California, we have something called Sports Clips, and you sit in there and get your hair done, but you're watching sports on TV the whole
Like a
time you're
sports
there.
bar, you know.
Wayne, you go to Sports Clips?
Now and then, yeah.
Yeah. That's why your hair looks so good.
Yeah. Mikey.
So, you know what? I think that's the other thing, Debbie. Somehow in that thing you're sending, we got to play with that being clear.
What?
Am I messing with you again?
No, with what being clear? I'm just, where are we?
That we have something more than just the sampling program. There's
That's
something
why I
more.
wanted to leave my link in for pain and inflammation, question mark. That's all they need. They're going to see that. If they have either one of those things, they're going to zoom in on that and say, yeah, I have pain and inflammation. And there's the link to take them to the Facebook page about Emulin. That's why I wanted to leave it there.
But wait.
What, Ron?
I give you permission to put that back in.
Yeah. So
Thank you.
put that back in. But instead of saying, do you have, we should put in the bottom of it, we have something for your
Pain and inflammation.
For your hand. Because I guarantee most of these people during the end of the day, man, they're hurting by cutting with their shoulders, using their hands all day. You do have pain. But how bad is the pain?
All day too.
The older they are, the longer they've been doing it, I'll guarantee they have pain.
Their feet, their knees, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think
I wouldn't even say, do you have? I would put, foot pain, shoulder pain, like question marks, neck pain, and then the link. Not even do you have, right?
Okay.
Just question mark.
Yep, they definitely have it.
okay, Debbie, we're reworking again.
We are on to version 4. All right.
I know. She and I have been on the phone a bit working together, so getting to know each other has been good.
If we were 25 years old, we wouldn't even worry about this because we'd know how to do Facebook and build a big business and know what we're doing. doing
Like
with social media.
Anna Gallagher today talked all about Instagram and said Facebook, forget about it, it's Instagram.
Instagram,
I'm
yeah.
on it, but I don't understand it, and I get my grandkids are on it, and I get emails with Instagram. That's the only way I get to it. But
See, we'd have no problems.
I use it now because I post my art on there.
Yeah. So Debbie, I'm going to wait until you finish your little editing, and then we can get it out to everyone. And let's report back next week how our response has when we send these out in the envelopes. Well, your short little message, Susan.
Okay, well, let's figure out exactly what we want me to say, and then I'll make one for you.
Okay.
Look at what I have, and then massage it however you want it, and then send it to me,
Okay.
and I will record it for you.
And just another brainstorm, I was thinking you mentioned something about having a video with Dory. I would like to have a woman interview Dory with that video. You, Debbie, or whoever.
I could be game if it's scripted.
Yeah. It's nice to have a woman with that.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it, Dave.
Okay.
You know, I have no problem with that.
Okay.
And to really do that, and I think we need that as a follow-up, because I think we're going to fall in a little bit of a hole here on the follow-up piece if we get much action. I think we need this to go with what we're doing.
Okay.
So let's get on the horn with him and see if we can't do it in the next couple of days and figure out what we want to, ask and
Okay.
so can you reach him today, or is he?
I will reach him. Yeah, he was on a call today right now with Rick Cotton, working with the sports memorabilia program.
Okay. All right. So Dave, call me when you've got Dory on the line, and we can talk to him real quick.
Will do.
Sounds good.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you.
Love it, Debbie. You're awesome.
You too.
see y'all.